There
we
we
go.
go.
There we go. There we go. There we go. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? And welcome to the Black Women Love Football, the NFC East edition, because the East ain't easy. I'm Coach Terry Bryant, and I'm going to be your host for today. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, but hey, we got all my girls is here, including the
Awesome.
deep people like Miss Stacy. But we got the other people here that's representing, right? Right.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna get it started off. I don't know who we're gonna start. We're gonna start off with our Cowboys who took a dag on all of us took a except for the Eagles that had a bye week.
Right, coach.
But all of us took a L over this weekend. But the Cowboys ain't had no business losing, was what I'm trying to tell you. So we ain't got much to talk about with the Cowboys, but don't come for us. Which one of y'all want to start? Tracy, you want to start with the Commanders? Because I just feel sorry that y'all's quarterback is out, and I'm just praying for him and hope that he has a speedy recovery.
That was a very scary moment for us. I was watching the game, and when I saw him fall, I thought he had re-injured one of his legs.
Mm-hmm.
And then the way he was laying, I said, well, maybe it's his hip. But I didn't realize it was his arm until I saw him get up and then he had the cast on. But everybody was upset. Like, they were showing the faces of the teammates and everything. It was really a tense situation. But with that, I believe we are about to pack it in for the season.
You think?
I think so, yeah. We
haven't had come in and take over and have some success.
Yeah, because I see you, Stacy.
She's so petty and messy. Petty and messy.
I'm gonna get to you, Stacy. But anyway, what I was going to say, I just don't. Even before this game, we were just struggling just to get three people on the field at the same time. Like, we could never get Terry, Debo, and Jaden on the field at the same time. So we were already struggling. And yes, the game was already lost, but my quarterback is a competitor. And there was no way he wasn't going to try and do whatever he could, put the team on his back and try to at least get some momentum going towards the end of that game. There was a lot of controversy about why he was in the game or whether he should have been in the game. And, I understand both sides, but.
Yeah, because Quentin said it was his bad. He said he left him in there too long.
He did. But my personal opinion is that if he had tried to take Jaden out, they were going to fight. They were going to fight because he's had injuries already this year. There have been at least 2 games that he felt healthy enough to play in that he was left out of coach's decision.
Gotcha.
And so for them to turn around now, and last week was one of them.
Yeah.
And so for them to turn around now and tell him to get out again, it was going to be like, ouch, and I think that's why the coach kind of backed off and just let him. But it just turned out not to be a good decision. I mean.
And as a coach, I totally get it because you do have some players that just want to be on the field. Mm-hmm. And I know there's been times where I've had players that they went down and then they act like they was about to die. And then they come back to me and they're like, Coach, I'm good.
Yes.
I can't put you back in the game. You act like you were just about to die.
Right.
Ago. So, but they're competitors. Sometimes you can just, sometimes you don't understand how, it's just a little sting or a little dinger or something like that. And then once it goes off, you can kind of come back in and you can move in. Yeah. But it's a dislocated elbow. Is that what it is?
Yes. It's dislocated elbow.
So he'll be out for the season, Tracy?
No. They haven't said that. Right now, they're just saying he's out indefinitely.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure they're going to, I think he went to the hospital last night. So I think they got to do some evaluation to see. And it was his non-throwing arm too.
Exactly. They say pop that sucker back in and he'll be out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think, and I think again that indefinitely is what the coaches want. But if it was up to him,
he'll pop it back in and throw some duct tape on it and keep it moving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. But it was such a deja vu moment because we went through the same thing with RG3 where he was and it was against Seattle.
Yeah.
He was already injured and not healthy enough to play, but he's like, but fight. It was a fight. Like, I want to play. Coaches like no, players like yes, and coaches no, and players yes.
And that's what you have the trainers for. I mean, that's what you have the trainers and the doctors are for. But then you also have to, you don't know whether or not how much of the truth that these players are telling you, because if you have that are like can play and they like, shoot, I'm getting ready to sit on this bench and make this money.
Right.
Yeah.
And
so
like,
same type of thing.
Back in, they be like, no, it's hurting. So you just don't know. It's a crapshoot either way. And so it's just a very, very hard decision from the coach's position and also from the trainer's positions, because you just don't really know, and you want to keep the best interest of the players in. But when you're losing your star quarterback, it's always going to be detrimental to the team. I mean, every once in a while, you have a story like Tom Brady where somebody gets injured and you can come in and take over, and then now you're the quarterback for the rest of your career.
The playoffs and that
or same with, I think Dak, even with us, I think it happened with Dak too. He was able to come in and take over and as a quarterback when there was an injury to the main quarterback. But that doesn't happen very often, especially when you have someone like Mariota who has already been a head quarterback someplace else and wasn't successful. So you're just, you've already had your opportunity to show whether or not you're a starting quarterback in the league. And to me, you're just a backup.
He's been up and down. He has not been consistent. And before you got on the call, we were discussing how I wish we had been able to keep Jacoby Brissett, because we had him last year as our backup. And I was so upset.
But you didn't need him last year because, Jaden did his
we
thing.
We sure need him this year.
Yeah.
I wish we had killed him.
I'm going to tell you right now, he when we took that loss yesterday, I said, who in the heck is Jacoby Brissett? Because I didn't know who he was.
Really? He played in the Patriots too. So he been good a while.
I had to Google him.
Yeah.
To find out who he was, because he torched us.
Yes. He played ball.
I was so mad when we got rid of him. We never should have got rid of him. Especially for Marcus.
Yeah, and Kyler is like 5'10", and I know that made all the difference in the world.
It did. I'm sure it did.
But he did. He came in and he did a great job for Arizona.
He did.
And I guarantee we did not, because he probably doesn't have a lot of film. So it was probably very difficult for us to game plan for him. And so they had the advantage of that, because we weren't able to really game plan for him to find out what his strengths was, because he doesn't play enough for us to really get any film on him. And then I think, when did we find out that he was even starting?
I think he started last week too.
No. We didn't know because yesterday that he was going that Kyler was not going to play.
And so by that time, it was too late for us to really to game plan for him. And so they, and they probably did that mess on purpose, because they, because of course, it's hard to game plan for somebody like that. And it's totally different game planning for Jacoby Brissett than it was for
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, right. And so we just weren't prepared as a team. And I'm not saying that that's an excuse for our loss, because we should still, know better anyway. Whatever. So thanks, Tracy, for that update. So Nashay.
Hey, how's everyone?
Well, my husband is a 49ers fan, and so, we always got to watch the 49ers. But let me tell y'all something about the 49ers. The 49ers, even with all of their injuries that they have, they got more payroll on the injury list than anybody team in the league. I think they got like $90 million worth of payroll on the injury reserve list. But the 49ers always figure out a way.
Yeah.
Always.
You can see that always. Yeah.
So tell us what happened and how did they lose?
We started out good, but it just ain't in like it was supposed to. That's just what it is. I mean, we came to play, but we did not perform like we should have. With two major losses, Neighbors gone, Scatterbo gone, or whatever. Which the two games that we actually won against the Chargers,
them two played
or whatever. Yeah, we probably still would have been good, but at the same time, those are two major losses. And it I say the defense as well. Defense is not doing worth the cuss. So it didn't even work the cuss, but we just gotta get it together. It's accountability too.
Yeah.
It really is. That's where it starts at, all the way across the board. If you want to win, you're gonna come to win. Or it's gonna go in the other ball's court. It's like any given Sunday, Thursday, Saturday, Monday night. Yeah. This season really, for all the way across the board for the NFL, has been weird.
Yeah.
It really has. Yeah. And it just ain't been easy for the NFC East.
Period.
But it never is. Like, everybody comes for us.
Right.
Everybody, no matter which team it is in the NFC East, everybody comes, and we're everybody's Super Bowl game. Everybody wants to come for us and play for us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Bring their A game when it comes to playing any team in the NFC East.
Right.
That's just what it is. So what's the contract negotiation is for y'all's coach? Is he ready to get canned?
Mm-mm.
They ain't gonna get rid of him.
They're not.
Good. Well, good.
It took us a long time to get African American quarterback.
Right.
It's serious, like straight up. Like it really is surprised all of us. Right.
Yeah, this is the first time ever. And then you go and get two.
Right. Like what you trying to prove then? You done slid a little Caucasian guy up in there. I'm just being straight up. It's transparency. We being real.
Yeah. But that's how the Italians get down now. You know that's how they get down.
Right. Let's give the people what they want first, and then we'll see how things go as we go along. I'm just being what it is. I'm being real.
I think Dart is the one that's really saving his job, though.
Who?
I think Dart is saving his job.
Right. Yeah. You're right.
But they're not gonna get rid of him regardless if Dart was not saving his job. The Italians like that guy. They are not about to get rid of him.
I thought Doble came in and did a great, he kind of did
turn off. He started off, we first got there. He started off well, and then it started being like, oh, I done got comfortable now. They got me in here, so
he been listening to Sean Payton too much.
I don't think that's it. I think there's a reason why players are starters and why there's players that are on the bench, right? So if you're looking at it, your ones are going to be here, your twos are going to be like down here, because if they're like right here, they're going to get traded or they're going to request a trade because they're going to think that they're equal and they shouldn't be on the bench,
right?
And they're going to require a whole lot more money, right? So this thing is chess, it's not checkers when it comes to the business part of all these trades. Because today's the last day, right?
Right.
Yes, 5 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Oh, so it's over with. So
it's over. It's over. Done.
Coach Terry, please call that girl that Eagle girl. She about to jump through the camera. That's to say that they ain't even played last week. What she want to talk about?
There's no reason for her not to talk. Because they
she want to talk about BG from the Hot Boys or somebody.
I'm waiting my turn because, baby.
Put it in.
No.
You about came through the camera. She right.
No. I'm just showing you where we heading. You know.
Baby,
you see that Super Bowl? You see that Super Bowl?
Pull that little ugly hat off. You ain't going to the Super Bowl. You not going there, baby. With that little green hair and that little ugly shirt.
Honey, you see where we heading, okay?
And I'm heading to the moon then.
Well, that's how y'all talk. Y'all talk with promises. Okay.
Baby, you need to play catch up if you want to catch up to me and Coach T, right? Play catch up.
It won't be long the way y'all playing last night. Hell, the Panthers might come up.
You won't make it in this lifetime.
All I'm going to say is facts.
Tell her again, Coach Terry. Say it again.
I am pissed about us being 3-5-1. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I am too.
Degree of festivity.
Yeah, highest degree. Yeah,
right. So, Janice,
you know what? I think it's because.
Go ahead, Janice.
Why you think it is?
I think it's because Stacy is harassing Jerry. He can't think. She called him all day, every day. He's not making good decisions at all.
I called him today too, baby.
Well,
him and Coach Shot.
Before we got off, we did when I was with Kels and Tiffany, we did talk about like Quentin Williams. We did like that trade.
Yes. I like Wilson too now. We need a middle linebacker.
Logan Wilson. So yeah,
we needed that.
I guess, you know, and I guess my thing on that is that we got two guys on the front.
Yes.
Because we need them to be making tackles so that our it don't get to the secondary, because our secondary is suspect like a mug.
Baby, that garbage can garbage.
Listen, when Bland got his ankles broke by Harrison.
Oh, Coach, he juked him. He straight juked my boy. Look how CD was looking. Look at CD. CD's out.
CD's out.
He juked him. See, you tell the truth about the team. You know, baby, don't ask Janice nothing, because that boy with that unibrow and that little other boy who needs some little pills in the morning time. She got everybody.
What is she talking about?
AJ needs some pills, baby. Vasta, Nate Reese, we don't need to see that, baby. You won't win no more. You can stop that.
Say one more time.
I'm not mad at you, because at this point you're telling the truth. Because
right now they gonna lose the next 3 games. Cause you know Jerry Leroy know them people down in New Orleans. He got your number. Cause I told him about you today, Janice. I said that lady come over here with that green hair. You put something on them. Jerry Leroy.
We did. We've been on bye week all week long.
Y'all better be well rested. Y'all better be well rested.
Yeah,
y'all gonna need it. Y'all gonna need all that.
We will perform, okay? And we did all this shopping for free.
When they get beat,
that money that Jerry got, he needs to talk to Howie and see how to shop.
No.
Because
me and Coach Terry will talk about Jerry and the Cowboys. You talk about that man that look like he's crying all the time.
No.
We will talk about
Janice. Who did you all have New Orleans, you said? Who do you have next?
They got the Packers.
Green Bay.
Okay. David and Michael go mollywop y'all. Y'all thought he was gonna mollywop us, but he gonna mollywop you. This how that boy unibrow
After losing to Carolina, you think they ain't coming for a vintage? Oh, y'all better be ready, baby.
We
Janice, where is it at, Janice?
It don't matter. It ain't gonna matter.
If this in Green Bay, it's gonna matter.
Oh, is the game in Green Bay?
Where is it, Janice?
In the neighborhood.
Yep. Come on down.
Baby, I will waste $5 coming to the neighborhood.
You gotta learn our shorthand language. In the neighborhood means at the Lincoln Financial Field.
Neighborhood, Coach T.
Yeah. You gotta learn our little
have to stop the run. The Packers gonna stop the run. Baby, y'all act like that boy all of that. That boy
you see how fast Phillips put on our practice jersey? He said, I've been waiting on the Eagles to call me. Who? We said, okay, put Phillips from the Dolphins.
Baby, we don't care nothing about that. Baby, make some
sense. He ready. He said, I'm a hook him. He said, I'm a hook him. I'm hooking all quarterbacks. We said, that's what we want to hear. That's what we need.
Baby,
we're not gonna let the word injury stop us from the Super Bowl. Baby, that's not happening.
Let me tell you,
that's not happening.
Next week he'll have turf toe. He'll be out for 6 weeks, baby. And that little boy ain't gonna take his pill. Cause I ain't gonna get him the ball.
Didn't I tell y'all he wasn't going on social media this week? He's focusing
because he been on Twitter tweeting.
No.
That's AJ Brown, Coach Terry. The boy that takes the pills. That's AJ Brown, the boy that takes the pills.
Oh, that little boy needs the pills, baby. That little boy got a problem.
Well, now he really seriously got a problem, but that's why he's gonna be focused. He got family issues right now, but he said that he can get through with his teammates. It ain't got nothing to do with that gridiron. If he would have married him one that looked like us, he wouldn't have had them problems. Now there's there. Who you talking about? His wife is black.
No, she ain't.
Yeah, she is.
Whose wife?
AJ Brown.
I mean, well, she's not married yet, but his girlfriend is black. He don't come. She ain't white.
No. I'm finna look her up. Don't worry, keep going.
She kind of look like her girlfriend. She kind of favor her.
We know about Hurt's wife and all that. Talk about something else.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's talk about all of our people.
Okay.
We got Michael Carter this week. We got Jair Alexander. And you know what? We even working on our backup quarterback. So we took old Sam Howell, brought him to the team too. So we're getting ready.
He's sorry. That's
all right. All right.
We always go to the junkyard and make them good. That's what we do.
Don't you say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Look, a lot of people don't perform depending on who they coach. It's just like a job. They said when I supervised, she didn't do shit. Well, she over here running circles with me. It's because they gotta like who they with. These people coming on our field saying, I've been wanting to get to the Eagles. We said, okay, show us. Because
baby, that's why that boy don't. That promise. You know why that boy needs some
be looking for the receipt. Y'all gonna be like, I need to return this.
No, what we not gonna do is set out our season. That's what we're gonna be prepared to play with backup.
Okay.
Now you don't went too far. Stay too long. You don't went too far. Stay too long.
That's spending money for no reason.
Right.
We're not spending money.
Well,
you know what? We still up under that $279 million cap. We're still up under it. We still looking at Garrett. Where's Stacy at? I'm gonna make Stacy. We're looking at Garrett.
Baby, you won't get Miles Garrett.
We got some money for Garrett.
Tifa, they can talk if they want to.
Yes,
you can't say she can't talk little jazz about. Anytime y'all want to talk about these little buzzers, here y'all come. Why did
that? Yes, indeed. We save all our big money for Garrett because he want to come.
Who?
Miles Garrett. He want to come to the Eagles.
Never said he wanted to play in Philly. Stop all that. You just
they not letting him go.
He said they not
They're not going to let him go
nowhere. Miles ain't going nowhere.
Miles ain't going nowhere. Y'all can go get the dope dealer.
And y'all better hope
Y'all can go over there and ask that foolish president for some money. Y'all can do everything in the little neighborhood. Miles ain't going nowhere.
Ooh,
you better hope
somebody crying in
the
the chat for y'all. Somebody in the chat crying for y'all, saying that y'all picked up Jalen Phillips. They crying for y'all.
Beating the Packers next week.
Oh, baby, the Packers, the score gonna be 21.
Not like yours. Don't compare us with yours.
I ain't never going for you, baby. Never.
Me neither. I knew y'all was gonna lose. I was on the sideline cheering. Like,
we're good. 21-10.
21.
Oh, okay.
I think it's gonna be closer than that, and probably more of a shootout. So I'm gonna say 27-24.
Who way?
Packers.
Go ahead, Shay. Who way?
Oh, I'm going with Packers.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
That's how y'all do, because y'all at the bottom. Y'all look at that. All the bottom is gonna say go the same way.
I think
we right behind you. And
you know we're not rooting for you,
because we right behind you.
Just make it a good game for us. That's all I'm saying.
I wouldn't root for a team who made it to number one on the bye week either. So watch out. Here we come, Green Bay.
You just number one in your division.
Right.
That's right. Hey, the East ain't easy. Being number one is.
Watch this shit. I'm about to go to sleep on this nonsense.
Well, hell, you shouldn't have woke up from yesterday. You shouldn't have woke up from yesterday.
It's a lot of football left to be played.
Baby.
It's a lot of football left to be played. Everything is up for grabs still. So
that's true. Baby, they ain't raising no much hell.
We're talking about the NFC. We're talking about the NFC. Eagles will be carrying that torch. Commanders, you already know. Giants, you won't have that opportunity no more. And if y'all don't get some fire those defense from the Cowgirls, y'all won't be coming back with nothing. So that was horrible yesterday. They sitting over there. They sitting in the end zone doing monkey flips.
You talk so foolish.
Y'all better stop doing monkey flips and tackle, because y'all gonna get ran over.
Baby, just wait till you come down to AT&T. We're gonna show you how to monkey flip.
The AT&T, the Allegiance gonna have two things in common. AT&T and Allegiance got two things in common. Spent a lot of money for a stadium with no team winning. That's ridiculous.
You ain't got a stadium.
It's okay. Come to the neighborhood. Come to the neighborhood. Isn't that what they say? Go to the ghetto to get the best. Go to the ghetto to get the best. That's where we at.
We can sit
in
that
the
ghetto. We can sit that little high school stadium over inside ours.
So I need next time, please, you need to give me the admin so I can be able to mute folks.
Right.
I'm muted.
This is just too much. So this is one thing I am going to say with the NFC. The Philadelphia is number one in the NFC.
Okay.
They're playing Green Bay, which is their number 4 in the NFC. Okay, so we need them to go ahead and knock out Green Bay. Even though we tied with them, anybody outside of the NFC East, we need all of our teams to win. So so the Giants, we have we got a bye week, but the Giants got the Bears, and the Bears is on fire right now. I don't know how the heck they winning. I don't know how they winning, because they ain't won nothing in the last 11 years. They've been struggling.
Well, Coach Terry,
they're figuring it out.
You right, Coach Terry. They looking real good.
We don't want the Eagles to win either, baby.
Hey, you see what I got on now, right? It's all the road to the Super Bowl. Okay, you see?
All right.
Carr being number one. God, dog.
Well, you know
just
what?
make sure your quarterback stay healthy.
My thing, Stacey, and I know you might not agree with this. The fact that we're only 3-5-1 is not really looking good for us. So I at least want somebody on the NFC East to come on out and help us out. And right now, I have to say it, even though I don't want to, but the Eagles is representing the NFC East right now. And so for me, I need y'all to beat the Packers, because if we don't get it together, and if the Giants don't get together, and Commanders look like their season is lost and gone, the Giants is what, y'all 2-7. We stinking it up, and right now it's the NFC East is holding it down for the family right now, and so I'm fly Eagles fly at this point to win on Sunday.
Coach T, I don't never go against you. But right now, I'm not cheering for the Buzzards. I'm not. No, ma'am. I reckon
and I understand that.
My record don't look good, and I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Baby, I roll with anybody. I roll with the Commanders. I roll with the Giants. I will never cheer.
The feeling is neutral. But you've been asking her to say the truth all this time. Now you want to put your 2 cents in, huh? That you don't want her to tell the truth. But Shay, she gonna respect this. You see this?
Baby, I ain't gonna respect nothing.
Shay, is Scooterbook? What his name? Scooterbook? He not coming back at all?
Scatterboo's gone. Is he done for the season, Shay?
Yes.
He's done for the season.
Yeah.
He had like an injury like Dak did a couple years ago when Dak broke his ankle.
Yeah, he got that kind of injury, Coach.
Yeah, that type of injury.
So do you think neighbors
Zach Bond, BAUN? That's your guy? You know who that is? You know who that is, Janice? Janice.
What you talking to me? What'd you say?
I'm answering your question. I'm saying
Okay. I'm sorry.
Do the Zach Bond, BAUN is his last name. That's
I know you talking about.
Say what?
What about him?
I said due to him.
Okay.
That's the reason why
he already apologized. I told you last week. Zach apologized. He carried him a Philly cheesesteak sandwich.
That's not what I'm saying. I
don't want no Philly cheesesteak sandwich.
We appreciate it. Kudos to you guys. That's all I'm asking. I'm answering the question.
Okay.
It's okay.
Right, Shay, go. Say
it again, because Stacey keep distracting me. I'm sorry, Shay. You got my undivided attention. Say it one more time.
What neighbors doing? Will he be back?
No, he won't.
Oh,
because he had his surgery the day after, or 2 days after Scatterboo had his.
Oh,
so they both will not be back. So I'm good. I'm sticking and staying with my team, no matter what. Like I told y'all, any given Sunday, Thursday, or Monday night, it is what it is.
Right.
You know what?
I don't have no hate in my blood, but I'm gonna stick with my team.
Really difficult. It's really difficult when you have major injuries.
Right.
That's right.
It really is. I don't care what nobody. The only team that I know that's able to really overcome major injuries is the 49ers.
You got that right.
What they got going on?
What they got doing because they're still able to. Lord have mercy. They still are able to just play. So I don't know if if it's just the type of players that they get, that I have no idea. But I definitely would love to do the research on how the 49ers are still able to manage with I'm not talking about major injuries.
Right.
Yes.
So Coach T,
starters, and they're still able to figure out how to play against to beat good teams.
Right.
The way that they are, but they're the only team that I know that's still able to overcome. But other teams that have major injuries, they struggle. They struggle big time.
Coach T, what's the timeline on Agent O? He coming back for Thanksgiving, or he gonna come back before? Because I done read 2 things on the website. He's saying he'll be back before, but on the Star it said he won't be back until we play Thanksgiving.
I would probably say Thanksgiving, because
okay.
we got because you got to think we got the bye week, And then after that, we got the Raiders, right? Okay. The Raiders should be another. Well, we can't say anything is an easy game. Like Shay said, any given dag on Sunday, you can lose it.
Yeah, buddy.
But we really need to be ready for that Thanksgiving game.
Yes,
against the Chiefs. So but they may bring him up, okay. But then you may bring him back for the Raiders game to kind of knock the dust and the rust off.
Right.
Kind of see how he is, so to prepare him to go hard for the Chiefs game. So, girl, it's a crapshoot. You just don't know.
Yeah, but the only way we gonna be able to play man, we got to get us some DBs. We got to. I'm about to recruit my little 18-year-old grandson called Jerry Leroy. Tell him I got one, baby. I got one. Cause baby, we got to get. Some of them schemes work, coach. Some of them that bust do work. Because for one solid quarter, we played some good defense. But if it takes 4 quarters, baby, they were running through us like electricity.
So this is what I feel like has been the issue with the defense for the Cowboys. Okay. And I think it comes from our defensive coordinator, who was a head coach for Chicago last year, right?
We should have never got it.
Okay, so when you're on defense, and I talked about this during my clinic when we were in Cleveland. So for those of you that have not signed up for nationals, I'll probably talk about this again at this upcoming nationals on defense. On defense, it is a guess. So you're watching film for as much as you can so that you can find out what those tendencies are, right? Mm-hmm. And then when you see some redundancy in certain formations, you're like, okay, out of this formation, 9 out of 10 times they're going to run. Out of this formation, 9 out of 10 times they're going to pass. Yep. Out of this formation, they like going to this particular wide receiver, or they like to go to the tight end when we see this particular formation. And so it's a guesswork, right? And so if you don't have DBs that have instinct and that can read their keys, that's the terminology that they use, that can read their keys, and they're just used to being, I don't know, just like you said, maybe they're a zone, or maybe they're a press type of corner or a DB. Mm-hmm. You just don't know, because you don't know who runs a 4-2. You got to know how fast they are, and sometimes you don't know how fast they are until you're going up against them. Everson just torched Bland. Last year, Bland looked like he was the best thing since sliced bread.
He sure did. Last night he looked like some sliced bread.
Did we pay him after last year?
Yes, he got paid.
Because that's one of the things that I found too. I found also that once they get paid, they don't put forth the effort that
they don't do.
They just don't put forth the effort that they do when they're trying to get their money.
That's right. That's what I said, Coach. That's what I'm saying about Diggs. Did you make almost $20 million a year? Now, I don't know if you fell down the step, or you just tell the lie, or you just don't want to play because your boy gone. I don't know. But at this point, ain't no other team going to pick you up because they ain't saw you do nothing. Every time you got juked, you played 2 games and you got juked each time. So
he's coming off an ACL injury, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I've tore both of my ACLs, right, playing basketball. Mm-hmm. And one of the things is sometimes you can come back too soon, and sometimes now the game becomes mental, because some guys have a hard time coming back from a major injury like that, and so they're afraid of getting hurt again. Now, so I would like to know, when is his contract coming up?
He just signed in 23.
We just signed him in 23 for how long? For 3 years, 5 years, right? And so, so now it's like, okay, I can just write out my contract for whatever years, and then now right before that contract, but I can kind of buy myself some time to really truly heal. And so now you just ain't playing really, really hard. But one of the things that that even Kels from the Intels talked about is that we don't have the personnel to play man.
That's why we need it.
We don't have the person. We definitely don't have the personnel to play.
Baby, they told out because if we play man, they showed us go run it up on us.
They get torched at man to man.
Yeah, they can't. But I think once we get old back Revels with the 2 we signed, because Clark been doing his thing. That little boy with the E name. Now that little rookie doing his thing. We just got to get something to jail because, ooh, baby, that defense make me want to drink about 3 or 4 cut waters at a time. And you know you don't want to drink but 1.5.
To me,
what's in cut water,
Coach? And so that's the reason why I I'm not saying that I know what I know. It's just that my husband is defensive coach, and he's an old school defensive coach, and he hates the way these coaches coach DBs now.
Oh, okay.
Right? They're looking at, like, I saw a lot of peeking in the backfield. When you're peeking, you cannot look in the backfield when you're playing man, because you're one peek in the backfield and you're looking at the quarterback and you don't know where this quarterback is going. Now you done lost him. That's the reason why you see a lot of blown coverages, or you see a lot of guys with somebody just wide open because they're looking in the backfield. I don't know where that come from, right? So when you have an old school DB coach, kind of like Al Harris is, that's why we had a little bit better technique with our on 1-on-1 coverage and on our man coverage when we had him as and with Quentin as our DC. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like this new defensive coordinator. I don't at all. I just think we're getting torched. And then what else? I also feel like we're not looking at enough film and we're not doing enough studying. Right. I don't know what they're doing. They're you have, as a DB, you have to get on film and watch lots of film to find out what those tendencies are, especially if you're getting ready to run man-to-man coverage. Mm-hmm. You've got to know, like, how do they run their routes? And everybody, so you got like you might run a slant, but their slant might be just a little bit, there might be a certain technique in their slant when they run a slant, or when they run a go route, or when they run a post, or when they run a corner, or when they run a comeback, or whatever route that they're running. You've got to know exactly how they run their routes and what their techniques are. Okay. Kels with the Intel says, she said, we have the personnel to play man, not zone, which is what Flus wants to play. This contract is up to 2028 with 2 years voided. Okay. So Flus wants to play zone. We have the personnel to play man, not zone. So we're not good in zone coverage. We need to be in more man. I felt like it's the opposite, but Kel says I feel like every time we go man to man on somebody, we
get beat down.
So
I tell you what, Coach Terry, I got $5 for them to fire him today.
Yeah. So
$5 whole dollars.
I just think that it's yes. I just think it's the lack of discipline, or they've gotten lazy where they're looking in the backfield and they're not pressed. Like let's go back to when Bland was 1-on-1 with Harrison. You didn't even bump him.
Didn't do nothing.
Ankles on he already broke your ankles before you even bumped him.
Baby, he should have put some tape on them rubber ankles, because Harrison put it on him, baby. Harrison jumped him so hard.
He's fast. Beat him. It was a slant.
Yes.
It wasn't even nothing heavy duty. So I just didn't.
But you know what, Coach Terry, I have to agree. I'm not even nowhere near coach or a horse in the race. But when I go back and look on YouTube at the highlights of the games, as if the coach asked me to, and I can tell you that from the way that the Cowgirls played on Sunday, they are not reviewing those tapes, because I know that they could see where, or I hope they did after this game, where they can see, that they just let that team run over them. They didn't do anything. I know.
Janice, we didn't play Sunday. We played last night.
Monday, last night.
And I just think that they for like this is getting ready to be an easy win, and we're not getting ready. We're not getting ready to worry about this game. Mm-hmm. And I think that they just really took this team for granted. And I don't think that they don't look like they did any studying. They don't look like they watched any film. And I just feel like that they took the Cardinals for granted because Kyler wasn't playing. And
I'm gonna tell you, I had an Eagles.
Go ahead.
I had an Eagles friend that used to go over to their house when I go to Philly, and he would tell me, "Hey, you guys got to quiet down because I'm reviewing the tapes." I'm like, "What, bro? You should have left that in the locker room. You got to take it home." He's like, "Yeah, just I'll be another hour or two." But I'm saying that I guess I don't know if that was his choice or they sent him home with that homework, but he spent, I know for a fact, hours after the game.
That's a long time.
If you're a professional,
the
coach tell me how much.
No, you don't. They don't have to tell you.
Coach T.
It's not getting to tell me how much film I'm going to watch because every available minute that I have that I'm not doing nothing, I'm watching film.
Correct.
Absolutely. Correct. But it might be like you say, because they already got paid, they not caring, they looking at, I don't know what they looking at, but when they do stuff like this, people they need a fine for not performing, like a deduction. You're gonna get so many I don't know. I know I'm making up stuff, but take the money away.
I agree.
That's right.
Everything is going to be performance based in the contract. That it should go the opposite way too. If you're missing tackles, it should be a deduction. Just like if you have like you can get fined for wearing the wrong color socks. Like if you can be fined for the petty stuff, then I think that they need to put it in the contracts too. That if you miss a block or a tackle or you cause an intercept, you throw an interception or whatever like that. Right. That should be fines for that stuff too.
That's right.
For me, it should go both ways, not just to the positive to when you can make money, but it should go to negative too. And I think that you're more likely to do what you need to do. I mean, people pay too much money for tickets and how many freaking streaming services do we have to have just to watch a freaking game? Right. And that type of stuff that it's entertainment too, and we need to see a good product.
Yeah.
Coach Terry, I have a question. What do you think about us having Lulu suspended?
Having Hulu suspended?
Lulu is suspended.
Lulu, who's Lulu?
Our defensive end. I thought everybody had heard about that.
No.
No, what happened
today? For doing too many hip drop tackles.
Oh, okay. So he's a little old school. So he does hip drop tackles in order, and so they kind of made that a rule.
They banned those at the end of the 23
season. And they banned that.
But they don't call them as fouls in the game. That's the problem I have. He committed one in our game on Sunday, but they didn't call a foul on it. So all of the ones that he's committed, they didn't call them as fouls.
Later on, they came back and was like, okay, in week 4, week 8, and week 9, he had a hip drop.
He's done 3 on the season.
And so he's suspended for how long?
1 game.
Okay, but that's because he's been did he get warning?
No warning, no foul. There was no foul call on the field.
But there was no foul call. Okay, but just because there wasn't a foul call on the field, if they were viewing film and they notice it, that then he's probably got a warning.
You mean whether or not the league sent him a letter or something like that? That I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he got something from the league, right? You know what I mean? Because so you can get fined for stuff and not necessarily it's not a flag or anything like that. But if the league had reviewed something or maybe even the somebody else has, because there's people that do analytics and they're watching for all that type of stuff.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they are trying to do their best to keep people
Mm-hmm.
safe,
right,
in the league,
Yeah.
right?
And
And so
plus,
there's somebody whose job it is to go to look for that. And so they probably found it, and then now he's gotten 3 of them. They probably warned him the first time, they warned him the second time, and they probably told him after the third time, we're gonna have to suspend.
And he
right.
brought attention to himself last year in the Philly game when he kept, jumping over. So,
Oh yeah.
so
Wouldn't
I
let
think
us do the
when you do
push.
stuff like that and call attention to yourself, then people are going to be watching.
Then now you got a target on your back. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So
Plus, it appeared defiant.
yeah.
It could probably come off as him being defiant because in that game, he, like you say, he kept doing it. Now they probably told him on the sideline, man, you can't do it like that. And he probably say, if they don't say nothing.
So he was fine. So he already got fined in week 4 and week 8. So this was the third one. So this one must have resulted into the suspension because
I didn't know anything about that. I hadn't heard anything about that.
Yeah,
that's the reason I asked, because it seemed to be out of
I
nowhere.
didn't know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't follow everybody else's team, but so he has a target.
Yeah.
And they said he was one. Hey, thank you, Vasty, for giving us that information. And it was a third violation. Thank you, sweetheart, for giving us the information and answering her question for us. Thank you. Man. See, I mean, again, that's the stuff that it's so.
Yeah,
it's so,
I mean that makes a big difference if he's already been fined.
Yeah. So now you got to fix it, right?
Yeah.
But it's hard to do. It's like how many bad habits have we learned, and then now you have to undo and unlearn what you've learned. That's difficult. I mean, he's probably been doing that hip drop since he was in Pee Wee football.
Probably.
You know what I mean? And now you're asking this man to change something that he learned as a child when he was 5 or 6 years old.
Right.
And we need him. We got Detroit coming up.
Yeah, y'all need
him.
We
need him. And I think it's very
y'all got the Lions this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. we already know that. Well, I mean, y'all need everybody. Y'all have already lost y'all's quarterback, so it's gonna be tough to y'all just ready to get this season over with.
Yeah, I just was so disappointed because they got a target on us the way we beat them last year.
Yeah, absolutely. And we understand because that year when Dak got hurt, that's what we did. We were just ready to get the season over with so we could start all over with and get him healed so we can start all over again. So we understand, and we're sorry that y'all lost y'all's quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey V, we see you. Okay, so the Giants have the Bears. I don't know. I can see the Bears. I think the Bears are going to win, and then the Eagles have the Packers. Everybody else has the Packers winning, but I got the Eagles winning. And the Commanders have the Lions. I think the Lions are going to win that one too. And luckily we got a bye week, and then we got.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. We gonna go out there and practice.
Don't you think Philly is going to beat Green Bay in Green Bay?
Do I think the Eagles are going to beat Green Bay in Green Bay?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be tough, right? I think it's going to come down to who protects the ball. Again, if they get Jalen to throw the ball and they're able to get some picks off of him, or if they're able to get some turnovers with the Eagles, then I think that the Packers could win. And then I think also vice versa. I think if the Eagles can turn the Packers over, then I think that they can win. Because I'm gonna tell you right now. So the Packers have I think they have a backup corner, and his name is Valentine. Valentine got he played at Kentucky, so I know him, right? So he had a good game against, I forgot who they played. I think it was when they lost. Their corner got injured and he came in and he kind of got torched at the corner. right? So if they can have, if he's guarding Smitty or AJ, they might have a chance.
So you think it can come down to turnovers?
I think it's going to come down to the turnover ratio, who protects the ball, and who's able to be able to protect the ball.
Did y'all not see Love struggle last game? He was struggling, okay?
And your quarterback been struggling too, baby. Your quarterback ain't been A1 all the time. Be for real.
We talking about Stacy. Now with your, I don't want to bring up that 17
on this show. Your quarterback has not been 1,000.
Hey,
I think Diane.
What I was saying is
Carolina also beat Green Bay in Green Bay, and Carolina Carolina, hell, they beat us, right? Carolina ain't had no business beating neither one of us.
Yeah,
that's the truth. That was a fluke, but there's a chance that the Eagles can go into Green Bay.
Yes, there's always a chance.
So what's the only reason? Who is Vegas saying is going to win?
I'm sure they're saying Green Bay.
They saying Green Bay.
The Eagles are saying Green Bay.
Yeah, they're saying Green Bay gonna. Let me make sure.
What's the over and under? By how much?
Oh,
okay.
Go ahead, Stacey. I'm sorry.
No, I'm checking. You go ahead and talk.
But my concern is because Love was struggling, and that's like Shay been saying the whole time. It's any given Sunday. We don't know, but these people are playing like with bad personality. They not even playing like athletes. They playing like today I don't feel like it, or we don't know who feels like it. It's not even so much as it's gonna be a competitive game, as you mentioned about the turnovers and stuff. It's like, because I was looking at that game, I said, "There's no way Love should be struggling like that. Where's all his help at? Turning to the side, looking for somebody. Receivers not available. They're not paying attention."
Gotcha.
So they got a 2-point.
They got the analytics on that game.
They got a 2.5 favorite over the Eagles. So that means that game could go either. They're saying, to me, either way.
It can go either way. So that's the reason why I feel like it's going to be based off of who could protect the ball and who can turn the other team over.
Right.
It could go. That's why I feel like it can go either way. And if J Love is, if the Eagles defense can put pressure on J Love, I think Jalen Hurts does a better job on. I think he has a better job as far as using his legs than J Love does. I think J Love is more of a pocket quarterback than Jalen Hurts is. And so if they can get, if the Eagles defense can get J Love out of the pocket, then I feel like the Eagles has a chance. It depends on how much pressure they're able to put on him, right? And so that's why I feel like that. That's why I chose the Eagles, even though they got the Green Bay. I think the Eagles have a better chance of putting more pressure on Love than Green Bay putting pressure on Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, but Micah coming at Hurts. You can believe that. Micah is coming at Hurts. He gonna get that shot in his back, and he coming at it. You can believe that.
And I agree with that.
You give everybody the shot, Stacey.
No.
Did getting the shot.
Micah Parsons is that kind. He will hunt you down, and he got.
I do think Micah could be the difference maker in this game as far as putting pressure on Hurts.
Man, we already cashing in on our trades. Jalen Carter feeling good. We're gonna win with no problem.
Okay,
our defense is ready.
All right, thank you, baby. Thank you.
Hey, look. Even when we 38-7, if we 7, we still gonna win some kind of way.
Okay.
It's just been an interesting season, but I think everybody, like you say, want to come after the NFC. So we always got to put on a show for them. But No, love not gonna. No.
V said,
Baby,
We got
I hope after this bye week we can put on a show, baby, because we ain't been showing nothing.
Hey, we got 2 weeks to watch film on the Raiders. So the Raiders have. So the Raiders have. Oh yeah. So the Raiders have. Oh, so the Raiders now have. I think they're deep. First of all, they need to win. I think they need to win, right? Is the game at Dallas or is the game in?
No, we go to Vegas.
We go to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they've been doing some high scoring games, like what was it, 39-37 or something like that this past weekend.
But you know that O-line got to protect that. It just got to. You know, every one of them ninjas on that O-line was first round picks. They ain't got no business with no gap looking like the Red Sea up in the middle. No. Do what you do.
It'll be interesting because so the Raiders have the Broncos this week, and they're a 10.5 point in a deficit where the Denver's going to win. Of course, I want Denver to win that game. So we're going to be getting them after taking a loss, and they're getting ready to be 2-7 when we see them. Yeah, so
2-7.
It should be an easy win. But look what we did with the Panthers. Look what we did against
the Cardinals. The Cardinals were two
and they were all both allegedly garbage teams. So that means.
But you gotta understand, Coach Terry.
They're going to be looking to avenge the loss.
Coach Terry, you gotta understand. Each time the Cardinals lost was like from 3 to 5 points. They have been losing big now. And on the other side, you had Buda Baker, you had Sweat. Baby, they defense was pumped. Now, it was pumped. So, yes, we had no business losing. But, okay, they ain't come out there. They came from the gate showing us what it was going to be.
Yeah.
We should have readjusted.
So I'm just saying the Raiders have, if Ashton Gentry is running the ball well, they got Max Crosby as a great defender. He's a great edge rusher. I mean,
but they got Geno at the helm.
And they got Geno at the helm. And then you got a Hall of Fame coach. Okay, they might not have gotten it together. Sometimes it just takes a while to get things together. You know what I mean? And this is to me the dangerous point in the season, because sometimes it takes you about 4 or 5 games for you to kind of figure things out and get it together. And then now you get to be this midpoint in the season where teams that look like crap in the beginning start kind of putting things together. And so I don't know. I'm not going to count the Raiders out. I mean, we can easily go to the Raiders and lose.
Right.
Maybe we can. I mean, it's simple, but we got to go in there and play like we got some sense too.
And then another thing that the Raiders have that a lot of people don't know, just because I just be knowing people, right? Is they have Jamal Adams is now at linebacker. Jamal Adams at one time was the highest paid safety in the league.
They sure do have him over there. Surely do.
He's with the Raiders. Yes, he's with the Raiders. You know what I mean? And so this just, again, I just think that they're still trying to figure it out on offense. But I think their defense is putting things together. I don't know why they're losing, besides the fact that they're not putting up no number. Let me look at I haven't looked at, hold on, I'm getting ready to look at their.
I don't think they won about 2 games.
They've only, because they're only 2-7. So in the preseason, they tied the Seahawks. Everybody loses to the 49ers. The Cardinals beat them, but that was the preseason. So they beat the Patriots. They lost to the Chargers. The Chargers are good. The Commanders blew them out. They only lost by 1 point to the Bears. The Colts blew them out. And they beat the Titans. And they lost to the Chiefs. Everybody lose to the Chiefs. and they only lost by 1 point to the Jaguars. So there's 3 games right there that probably could have been winnable games for them. You know what I mean? And 1 or 2 games is winnable. That puts their record better than the Cowboys. You see what I'm saying? So you're looking at when I'm looking at their schedule, they're just because they're 2-7 don't mean that they probably should have beat. They probably should have beat. Matter of fact, the Jaguars, I think they had that game won, and the Jaguars won in overtime. That should have been a win. And what was the other one that was a close game? The game to the Bears, they only lost by 1 point. That should have been a win. That puts them equal with that puts them with the same record that the Cowboys have. So I'm not getting ready to take that lightly just because we going in and they take this loss to the Broncos. Heck, they might mess around and beat the Broncos. You never know. Right. So we just kind of have to wait and see when we come back next week. And when we look at it, when we're looking at it, whether or not we think that we could beat the Raiders next year. I have to see what the Raiders do against the Broncos, because I'm looking at their schedule, and to me they're right there. Right. And to me it looks like on paper they got the people in place. I don't know who their backup quarterback is, because what is Gino doing?
Nothing.
Who's their backup? Yeah, because he's got 11 touchdowns and 11 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
baby, Gino can sit on the bench with me.
So this is what it's telling me, and I talk about this all the time too, is your offensive coordinator makes a big difference. So if your offensive coordinator comes into a new system and he comes in here and he's already got his playbook. This is my playbook, okay? And Janice is my quarterback, okay? Janice, my playbook might not fit Janice. But what I need to do is I need to throw my playbook out the door, and then I need to go find some plays that fit Janice. And this is what's going on in Pickett's the backup quarterback, Donna.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett.
Okay. But to me, and again, I just think that's what and a perfect example to me is Russell Wilson. How is it that Russell Wilson was great with the Seattle? He went to 2 Super Bowls, and now he goes to the Broncos, and now he's trash, and then he goes other places, and now he gets benched with the Giants because he's trash. Number 1, because he then got older, but number 2, the system doesn't fit him.
Right.
Those offensive coordinators, when they decided, because they're not asking the offensive coordinator, I don't even think they ask the offensive coordinators when they're doing trades like that. Oh, is this a fit? Like, I watched the movie.
I know it's true with the Giants, because their plan the whole time was to put Dart in there at some point. So they didn't even care.
It really wasn't about him being right.
Their whole plan was to put him in there at some point anyway.
Right.
Ooh, they were just looking for an excuse. And then let's be real about it. They ain't never had the Giants ain't never had no black quarterback, so they really didn't want no black quarterback in there in the first place.
That's correct. There you go.
Right. So they was just looking for a reason to put Jackson Dart in there at quarterback.
Exactly. It didn't matter to them whether
they one of them to be playing their quarterback anyway, because they ain't never had no quarterback all these years. Black quarterback all these years. So
exactly.
I want to say that, and that's just my take on that. They ain't want them there anyway, and they were just looking for a reason.
That's
right.
Right.
Yeah. It's time for us to wrap it up.
Yeah, we gotta wrap it up.
All right, we wrapping it up. What any last this? I think we talked about everything. We gave our predictions. She said, "Do I have any? I don't have anything else." But I appreciate y'all for allowing me to come on and moderate today.
Oh, we
appreciate you.
We enjoyed you.
And your knowledge.
Right. We appreciate it, Coach T.
Yes, please come anytime.
Yes, come
in absence of V.
Because what? The NFC East
ain't easy.
Good night, ladies.
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Is Stacey gonna cut us off?